Hello everybody, welcome back to the channel. Today we're going to be showing you the Minecraft realm in 1,000 days of Minecraft. So far I've played about 333 hours, equivalent to about 1,000 Minecraft days. So if you guys enjoyed the video, leave a like, comment, and subscribe if you're new so we can get started here with what we started with in the first video is the original house. The first major house we built on top of trees, but now the trees are gone and it's just pillars keeping it up. But if you come in the first floor, we got storage room, all the wood that we need, and obsidian, all the storage. We got so much. You even got a second floor right here of storage going to, of just different things. We're running out, so soon we're gonna have to build even more. So if we start going this way first, we got a cherry blossom tree that I put here with Pablo Escobar sniffer, and he just stays in here because there's no other room to put him because we have more down there that we'll go to later. But if we come here, this was the old map room that I showed in the first video, but it turned into No Slugs' bedroom that he came in the realm and created his bedroom here. So this is his room. This leads up to my room, but we'll get to that. If we go this way first, this leads from the storage room up here. This will lead to the bridge over into my bedroom, into Godzilla's room as well. Godzilla comes in and out of this room once in a while, but he's always in every place he builds. He has a new base. This one is Zuquil's or Zuckles, whatever one you want to call him. I call him Zuquil. This is all his armor, his little storage that he has, but he doesn't use his storage a lot either. Just random stuff in each one. Like we have storage for stone, dirt. He just keeps it in here. But if we go this way to my room, all paths lead from No Slugs, Godzilla's, and Zuquil's room all lead to my bedroom here, where I keep just certain small things. All this, even the bed is up here with my stuff, like all my shulker boxes I've gotten from the farms, glass, all extra stuff. Even my pumpkin head I've used into the end. I kept it. My first enchantment bottle, chiseled enchantment books, all that. Even the skeleton head I got from the ancient city, plus music discs that we've collected over the whole course of this world so far. But from here, if we go down, we're going to go a big circle around the whole perimeter of the base. So first we can start off with underneath. We'll do. This used to be our potato, carrot. All the farms used to be surrounding this house, but it changed into putting it just underneath here. But we don't even really use it. The potato farm is really not used unless we want to trade with some villagers. We pick some. But same for the cocoa. It's only used for brown dye and stuff like that. But if we come here first, this is where our sniffers are kept. We have them all over here. Made fun of names for each individual person. Wellerman for sea shanty, Dame for someone, and then Coral from Walking Dead reference, of course. They sit here and just sit there. Give us the pitcher pods of seeds and of course eggs for achievements. And that comes around here. We'll go to that. Our cocoa fell, and then did I say cocoa melon? Cocoa farm. Right here is our enchantment room. It has a lightning rod on top, pillagers, blah blah blah. Godzilla created this. This is where we keep our lapis, grindstone. Little enchantment room, of course. We once in a while use it. This is the flower storage room that I created. I call it the flower shop. Here we store all the flowers, the big flowers, everything, so we can, get our dyes. And then when we get the dyes, I just put them up here in our dye stage area. I even have a spot to put all these flowers. Put them in the middle and take this bone meal right here and bone meal it so we get even more. So it makes life easier. So I can get all the dyes for my builds and all that. So if we and let's go over here. I want to show you this before we forget about it. Behind here, we have a thing me and Godzilla made. Just hit the lever, and a dragon heads on top of the note block, and it just makes that noise. Sometimes we freak out Zuquil because he doesn't know it's there. But alright, if we take this path where this well that leads to the bottom of the world is, used to be a tower, but if we pass this, this is the bee farm Deathstroke made. He made the building. I turned the building into a bee farm because we had no purpose for the building at the time. So it's just our honey farm. Gives us honey. We have, you know, in the chest. Up here is just extra storage, just for room. But this is where we get our bees. Some of the bees have escaped. One's up there, stuck in there. He's going to be stuck there forever. Never moving him. If we come here, another building Zookwill made. Just another house that I turned into a storage room for our bone meal. Here, and then our bones and bone block. Big storage. Has a bed up here because every build we do needs to have beds, ender chests, all that. We still have to add. And then next to that, inside this little courtyard, we got the concrete farm that I built out of cherry wood. It goes right underneath the mud farm that we just passed. Has bed, anvil. This is where we keep our sand, our gravel, put it together to make the powder, put it into the, right here, goes through the water, pushes past these piston into this redstone torch. With the redstone torch there, it pushes out. Goes about, I think you can put a stack and a half, stack and 45 or something like that of powder before you have to mine it. If we go above, the same thing here, mud farm. The first one I created has a bed, anvil, ender chest, all the essentials, but you'll take the dirt, do the same thing. Place it on the piston, it will push the dirt into water bottles right here, and those water bottles will dispense it into mud like this right here. Same thing, go across the pistons, hit the redstone torch, be pushed out all the way to the end. But this one's decorated a lot better because it's above ground, looks nice. This here is my custom tree that I built. A little willow, grandfather tree, a willow tree. And then inside of it, like I do to all my builds, I always add a bed, grindstone, ender chest, anvil, and a crafting table. This is mine for this tree because you can't really add it into a tree, so I put it underneath as a little secret hidden base. So you can just go to sleep if the bed, you don't want to run all the way up. Just a little, you know, small thing to do. We'll come back to this. First, we'll go down, look at all the farms. So we'll take this path first, lead to the first farm here. This wasn't here last time in the last video, but I put this in about maybe a week or two after. This is the glow lichen farm. I did the same thing, added the materials, but in here's a whole bunch of bone meal. You just take a shear the bottom while it's on, and it'll bone meal it, and you'll just collect glow lichen. And that's that farm there, right into the hill, so it has a use for it, and it looks good. Go down here, we've got our cacti farm that I'm the only one that uses, because I'm the only one that uses it for green dye. I use it a lot, just for my builds. And then past here, this was in the last video as well, is the chicken tower. But we've customized it a little bit more. If you hear the clicking, we turned it into a actual chicken farm. It uses all the eggs that we had. All the eggs. Turns it kills the chicken, so we have infinite chickens here. Even up the top, it's just nothing anymore. It's just the chickens right there laying the eggs. So we actually made a real use for it. This bottom area, middle area is still not a use, but at least the chicken farm itself has a use that we've made useful. If we push around to here, this is where let's push here first. Let's go here. This is the melon and pumpkin farm and our little bone meal farm that looks like someone broke it. Now it's not being used unless it's glitching out. But this is the pumpkin and melon farm. It's getting us, plus Godzilla did another. Let me get to the top of it first by jumping on top of these. He created an underground part as well. Godzilla created another 2 layers, 3 layers of it. So we could get even more. Oh, stuck. Even more pumpkins and melons for the farms. So we could trade even more with villagers. When it's head asleep, so it can turn day, so we're not getting attacked by no mobs, no phantoms, nothing. But if we go from there and head back over here, these are the villagers. All the villagers we have, we showed this. Nothing's changed on these villagers since the last video. Same books, same things we trade with. But if we push up here to this building, we got storage room. One of the first storage rooms Zuko built outside of the house. We just store random stuff, mostly what we can trade with villagers, like the flint, the rotten, and then we got some blocks like diorite, granite, andesite, stuff like that. This is the sugarcane and bamboo farm. Don't really use it a lot, but we could use it to trade with villagers as paper. The last time we looked at this, wood was covering this, but this is our super smelter. Works pretty well. Gives pretty fast too, as well as our kelp farm. The source blocks to feed the super smelter. And next to that is our tunnel that we don't use anymore, but it's a little railroad that goes from here to the nether portal over there with lava things in between with glass. But we haven't used it since we used it like once when it was built. I went through it, but haven't used it since. But it's just a build. We don't want to destroy it. Nostalgia, all that. Got our pond going through. And then this path will lead around to here. And then in this building is where all the villagers are. Godzilla's been putting them in the walls everywhere to keep more and more coming. This little villager breeder. Looks like some are spawning outside and getting out where they're not supposed to. More in the wall here as well. Here's our iron golem farm that's not really working anymore because of how many villagers we have in the area, so they're not spawning in. It doesn't look like, yeah, all the iron's been taken out and been used. A new one will have to be built. But if we go up here, in the last video, this used to be an anvil room, but we took all the anvils out and put them in different areas and put more villagers in it. Put even more villagers in the wall. Even if we go up the stair to the storage room, villagers are in the walls being ready to be traded with. So if we go through there, this will lead back down to there, but if we take this path up, this will lead us back over the little river to our beacons that are underneath this waterfall over here we'll get to. But we got 3 of them this time instead of 1. The pigs and the cows that we barely use anymore, still underneath the original farm with a dragon head right there. And that leads back to here. So if we let's take this road over here to get over to the new map room and the new buildings we built. So the last video we had, there was no map room over here or 2 buildings. So this path will this leads over this way to the original bridge. And that leads to nothing. Still, a casino will still have to be built over there, but hasn't been built. But this leads to the new map room that I built next to Zukul's little horse stables and the bridge that leads across. This is the cherry blossom tree with my man-made rocks. I have them on both, so it looks nice when it goes over as a waterfall. This cherry blossom tree even has a secret compartment with the same thing that all of my builds should have. That's a work in progress as well. But then this map room is in like a Japanese styled building. This is the map room. This is what we have on the map room at the moment. A lot, and we're right there. And we're going to be making our way down to here, to these buildings, to the Coliseum, up to the cathedral, back around. And we got a lot to look at. Even the man-made cliff that I made here, I'm going to put a pond or something. Maybe a koi fish pond. Some sort of that. But if we head over here, these 2 houses were built by Zuckle. He wanted to build them, just empty houses. Nice little stone brick and spruce wood houses. The same with he built a little pond. I built the cliff again. He built the pond in the middle because he wanted the look like that side resemble. But this path right here will be a hobbit house, not a house, but a door that leads to the villagers, because this leads straight to the iron golem farm. So this will be a path down with probably more villagers in it. But if we take this path, this would be to the new buildings that weren't here before. So if we go to this one, this leads into the first neighborhood with the big fucking mansion I made. No interiors are done on any of these builds, but I will be doing them sooner or later. Probably once my Coliseum's done. Here's one of the birch houses, and this one's no slugs. I built this one for him. He's decorated some of it, but he's put a chair up here that we can look out at the Coliseum when that gets done. So the Coliseum is going to be probably a month or 2 project, and it's going to be a very long. The last video I had it marked out and mapped out. It's still not complete. But I made a path that goes down here with another curving cliff that I'm going to put a custom tree here in the middle as well. And this leads back down to the last 3 houses that I built. All nice, modern-like houses. all behind in front of this cliff that I made, this man-made cliff. So if we come down even farther, this path will lead to the Colosseum, past the cliff that I made. So if we take this path all the way down the cliff, I put coal into it and made it look nice. I still probably have to fix a little bit, like these edges, just a little bit, maybe add some andesite touches to it. And then that path leads back up. That's what that looks like now. The Colosseum here, though, is a work in progress. I was just working on the stairs there where the glowstone's at, trying to lay it out. The Colosseum here, we're going to put villagers in. So in between each hallway, underneath the stairs that I'm making, underneath these stairs, are all going to be villagers, because it's going to be a big villager Colosseum-like thing. But I just did this yesterday. I outlined the stairs here, made the entrances to the stairs, so people can sit down, blah, 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 like the Roman Colosseum was. This is a work in progress. Will be a long time until I get this done. A lot of blocks, a lot of quartz. But on this side, I built a Greek-like wall, because this is going to be a Greek/Roman-themed build area. There'll be a path that leads to that savannah with more Greek buildings and Roman buildings. I did that too to hide this lava pit that Godzilla made, because he made this lava fucking lake thing for the achievement for the Strider to go across it in the overworld. Plus, Godzilla's been working on this ice path, ice arena, so we can go boat racing. That's what he's been doing more than anything, was this project, and it leads underneath the houses I built and underneath our base, and it goes around and keeps going around. It's gonna take me a bit to run around, but hopefully he'll get it done for the next video I make, so we can actually go around it in the video and you can see the progress that he's made for that, because it goes around the whole base underneath, and this is the only part that's out next to the Colosseum. So if we take this stairs up, this will take us back up towards that villager area. If we go to this first building that I said in the last video would be used for potatoes and stuff, we changed it. Godzilla used it, put more villagers in it, because we're getting so much villagers and we're waiting for me to get done with the Colosseum so we can throw all the villagers into the Colosseum. So if we take this path up, this will lead us to the pond here, the waterfall. That will lead us up to the beacons. And this waterfall here is the one where the beacons are in. And an entrance to the hoppers for the super smelter. But this will just keep getting expanded this way and keep adding on more and more beacons we get. If we go out of the pond and head towards this house here, we'll go down first to the basement, of course. The same thing. Dye station. Looks like the dye station was destroyed by someone. If I took it out, took out the everything. Took out even the brewing station. So it's probably being a remodel. That path leads to the farm. This path leads over to the floating islands. We'll get to that. We'll first look into this building. We looked at this building last time. Zuckel made it as a storage room. Still haven't used it. Still haven't had enough stuff to use it. We've been going through a lot of materials lately. Even a villager is inside on the smokers. And we got a lot of villagers roaming, it seems like. But if we go past this wheat farm to Deathstroke's house, same, nothing's changed to Deathstroke's house. It's still, the door. Still the same thing. But he does have an underground part now that he's made. It's not finished, but it leads under the dirt, and he has a storage and everything. Looks like he's trying to complete it. Even has stone there that's in the way. But this path right here will lead to the nether portal into the main house. We'll be going around to that. First we'll take this path. This path will lead us straight to Zuckel's floating house that has no purpose yet. Just sitting here. Small little house that the pathway goes underneath. And then over here is the big wheat farm plus the storage for the wheat farm. We've seen this last. Still the same thing. Seeds and then the wheat's in here. Most of the wheat's gone because we are trading with the villagers more and more. That's the main goal for our thing, is just trying to get emeralds. So if we go across the bridge first before we go to our floating islands, the cathedral. Last time it didn't have the towers that are being built right now. This project's been off and on for Godzilla and Deathstroke. Godzilla's been working on other things. Deathstroke's been doing the same, working on other projects, but stairs are still the same. Still haven't been moved. More grass, it looks like it's been destroyed. But more of it, the top part's been built. I think more of it's been outlined too. Let's go to sleep so mobs don't attack. Yeah, it looks like they put more copper roofing down, even added a little bit. I know they outlined, I don't know if this outline was there in the last video, but they do have an outline of the back. Even more of the mountain needs to be covered for it. So they got a lot of work, but it will be finished. Coliseum and the cathedral will be finished in a good time, so we can have it in our world as decoration. Because from the cathedral, you can see part of the Coliseum, but you can see most of the base, and the base looks nice from here. But with it over here, we have a blacksmith that Deathstroke built. And over here, if it's still here, is my Strider. I saved him from the river when he fell in and put a name tag on him. But I don't know if he's still over here. He was over here not too long ago, but he's probably... because he's a sniffer, he probably moved around. I don't see him. Maybe he couldn't have despawned. He might have died. Yeah, I don't see him anywhere. But his name was Forrest Gump, and he was running. He was dipping. He ran into the river down there. That might be where he's at. Cause I don't see him anywhere. Usually he's by these trees or he's over here. But yeah, I don't see him, so he might have fallen back into the water. Or despawned, one of the two. But Forrest Gump was running around here sniffing and making noise. But it looks like he is gone. But, okay. Well, we'll just head over and look at the floating island again, because, you know, nothing's really changed on this side. Same plants, same things, and this hasn't changed either. This is still Godzilla's base up here, and the Nether Wart farm as well. You can just see more of the island from up here. He still has his conduit. He still has his Strider in here. No storage, empty chest. And then he has a copy of Deathstroke's house up here as well, just to make fun of him. Same Nether Wart farm right here. That, you know, we need if we need it. Make red nether brick or whatnot. From here, we can see most of the base. Actually, we can see all the base. Not most of it. We can see all of it. Every angle of it. It's a nice view. You can see the cathedral, the towers that they built. Even the first village we raided over there. But if we go from here and jump down, we're going to head to the tavern here. The next destination is the sheep farm. Automatic sheep farm, shears inside. Gives us as much wool as we can. All this wool is helpful for our builds. And then with it up here is storage for like the extra carpet we have, and maybe more for extra stuff, and then pathway to the tower that we still haven't done anything with because there's no need yet. And then behind it, in between it, Zooquil has made an archery, just for decoration, just so from the mob farm we have, the skeleton mob farm, we can put the bows and all these arrows that we're getting from the skeleton farm in here. It even has signs. And that path right here leads down to Godzilla's dam / bridge. He even has water flowing out of part of it with the grates. This just goes across. I didn't know. This is new. I haven't seen this yet with Pillager. He took those from my raid farm that I made. That's far away that way that it's broken now, but I used to have. Path leads out. They thought about building a bridge to there, building a path up. They still decided on this path. But they do have a glass wall that you can see out to the river and to the other side of the mountain that we don't use. Same as having conduits in there. They still have to decorate this water because I decorated the one by the map room. They're still doing stuff with this, so hopefully that'll be done soon. But if we head around, this is our mine. If we go down, take it down, we'll go to the skeleton farm. But this has been mined through. Everything's been mined through. Deathstroke did a lot of mining through here to get his blocks for his cathedral. If we go down right there, that one is where it goes through all the blocks. But if I do this, jump out, we even have spots for geodes, so we can get to the geodes. But I think me and Godzilla are the only ones that do that. If we jump down here, I didn't show this last time because I didn't think I needed to, but this is the double skeleton farm. Both of them just go off. You stand close enough to hit both of them, and then they drop down all the way down here. Then you'll attack them, get your XP. This is a lava drop, so if I put that in there, it drops into lava. We have to clean this out, it looks like. But this is the main thing. I told Godzilla, because this is, Zuckle and Godzilla made this. I thought about remaking the drop so they go into a water elevator and then they drop 16, 21 blocks or whatever the damage is to this spot, so you can just stand here, then kill them, so you don't have to keep dropping down every time they spawn in and let them spawn in. You can just sit there. But that's a work in progress too. I'm not going to worry about it because it doesn't really bother me. Oh, let me take that minecart back up. If we take this minecart back up. Come on. There it goes. We'll take this minecart back up, and then we'll head into the nether and look at the nether builds and the new builds there, and then head to the end and look at the last stuff near the end. And then that will be it for this world that we've done in 1,000 days. So if we head to this portal, on the other side is, of course, the railroad. This path leads up to the bee farm, of course. And this is a small nether portal, the first nether portal build and design that they made. If we head into it, first thing we'll do is head to my projects. The main area I didn't show last time because it wasn't completed. The road wasn't completed to it. But the road here is completed, so if we take, let's turn this way. If we take this path, this crimson path right here, all the way down, I'd say about 1,500 blocks, and then 400 blocks the other way. Oh, it's lagging. There it goes. Glitching out. Okay, this is a long path. I'm glad the ice path is finally done. There it goes. Glitching, because we're going too fast. Moving 300 blocks a second, it seems. Jeez. If we take this all the way down, this will take us to here. And I created this a long time ago. Even before the first episode I made, first video. Alright, hopefully it generates this on top. Sometimes it does glitch through. Okay, there it goes. This is the thing I call the projects, but in this I will be destroying everything, all the blocks for materials. Right now I'm destroying all these leaves, so I have leaves. I got them right here, dark oak leaves. Oak leaves I've used up, birch leaves, and then an extra chest. But these paths will go that way, that bridge will go that way, this one that way. All that so I can keep materials and extra stuff in here like the wood. I can keep all that. And then we even have an ice biome we put down that way. But this will just be an area where we can destroy all the blocks, have materials so we don't have to keep destroying the areas around where we're building to make them look ugly. We can make this area look ugly because it's 12,000 blocks away. If we make that area look ugly, we can just go to the spot through the bridge. It takes about 5 minutes, not that long. Not even 5 minutes. Grab our loot, grab our materials that we need, and then head back. And we just take the boat back around. The buttons are going to go all on top of this to make it spawn proof as well. That's why it's been taking so long. Definitely with this ice we had to make it 3 because on bedrock here it glitches out against the stairs if you only have one block in the middle. I think there's a different way we can do it, but I already built this halfway, so I couldn't really change my mind without having to destroy everything. Okay, so if we take this boat, we got this path. It's still not operable, but it might lead to the Nether Fortress. Same as this one, we don't use this, but it's going to lead to a city project that I was thinking about building. But this one leads to the end and to a place called the desert. Last time this desert one wasn't finished, but Godzilla's been using it, and he's created this little desert tunnel to it with finished ice as well. So all we have to do is take it like this, boom, we're there. And we just turn the boat around, just like that. He's still doing it. He's pushed his way up to there, and he's been finishing it. I haven't seen it since, but oh my god, a gas just spawned inside the desert, bro. Oh wow. Come on. Oh, it hit me. Let me back off real quick. That's not supposed to. We need to create the light source more, so let me go into the nether. Or get out of the nether. So those guys don't spawn. We're gonna have to fix that so they don't keep spawning next to the portal like that. That's been a problem the whole time. Alright. Last video we showed that tunnels weren't there, but the sand was, and this place that we're going to now was here. Damn, night already? It was just day. There's a pillager as well. Alright, we'll deal with that pillager in a minute. This is the campfire with a cacti wall here. Their nether portal. This used to be No Slug's house until Godzilla died 13,000 blocks away. And then he created this as his own. But he has his little farm going, little cow farm. He's got the cacti farm going. All these small farms, even if he didn't need it, he created them just so he could have. Same for these iron things. He did not mean to create all these, so he just placed them all around. You got a sugarcane farm, his melon farm, cocoa farm, his wheat and potato farm, it looks like. And go back to the front, still have the same front. This hasn't changed. Still an axolotl pond that leads to the top that has nothing, just cleared out top. And then the towers lead down to the inside, with the inside leading down to the main part. The little rooms. They have enchantment room, other room, and then that just leads down to where the chests were. Nothing's down there. That's the only thing in that area. Now if we head back into the nether, get away from the pillagers and the darkness of night, with a nice little pond that the pillagers teleported to and disappeared in. If we go in before the zombie hits us, we can head to the last part, the end. I just got attacked by him. Damn, how did he get through so fast? Alright. We go towards the end now. The end tunnel is still not finished. The one that leads to the end is not finished. Hopefully it'll keep us moving. There it goes. See, we always get stuck on the end. That's why we started putting 3 down. Because it's getting stuck because the boat won't move. Alright, if we go through the end here, it's going to be a little bit different things, but still the same thing as the last video showed. Oh, there goes it lagging out, showing the original village that was here that I destroyed and took out. But we got the nether portal here that has the fantasy leaves or trees. Same thing on the back side, it shows. There is the creeper farm that never got finished by Deathstroke, my drown farm that I created, and my new squid farm that I created, because the other squid farm I had didn't work. So I created that squid farm and then that drown farm. And then this here is, of course, the end portal, or the tower to the end portal. The path here just leads up to the top, like the last time, is shows the purple blocks, it stages it. But the only thing new is if we come into the portal, go to the portal, we got the same storage room down here, we got the same look. We'll go through that and look at it. Got the beds, storage room for it, and then that pathway leads around to this. Then we got this one. Deathstroke built this, helped me out so I didn't have to do anything, put the end rods in. But if we go to the end, only a few new things. We'll just go this way. There's nothing new up here except for the part that leads to my shulker farm, where I got all the shulkers. Oh, that's new too. Is the Enderman farm. Zookwill built that, but it's not far enough away, and it somewhat doesn't work, so we don't get a lot of XP off of it, so it needs to be rebuilt. So basically it's kind of useless as an XP farm. But now that's everything except for the shulker farm, but I showed that in the last video and nothing's changed. I haven't entered the end city since. And now it's time to head back to the base like this. Let's go to sleep and get it turned day again. And that'll be it. That's all we have built and have done in this 1,000 days of this Minecraft world. And this realm is what I've been doing since. Just constantly building and have more projects on hand, more ideas. And if you want to see something built on this world, just comment below what you would like to see and anything that could be changed and modified. Like, we already decided on trying to modify the enchantment room, upgrade the original house here and decorate it to make it look a lot better and looks like the surrounding builds that we have. But if you want to see anything changed and anything done, just let me know, comment below, and I hope you guys enjoy. If you did, subscribe, leave a like, and I will see you guys in the next video. Bye bye.